Hi, and welcome to this video in which I will explain the fundamentals of Digita's semantic components, or SemCom in short. So what is the motivation behind this product? Well, we noticed that our developers ran across several important issues when building solid apps. On the one hand, when they were developing generic applications to let users browse through the data in solid pods, such as a data browser, they ran into the issue that they could simply not foresee every kind of data at development time. For example, when we started to get some customers who asked us to do some proof of concept for them, we noticed that each of these customers had very different use cases for Solid in mind. And of course, each of these use cases required us to store very diverse types of data in solid pods. Types of data that we could not have imagined when developing Inox. On the other hand, when they were developing specific applications for a well-defined use case, we noticed that we had to create components to show the same data over and over again. For example, almost any application that we build has to render a person's identity data, such as his or her name and email. This is why we designed semantic components, or SemCom in short. SemCom is a specification and set of software tools, so app components that are meant to render specific data types can be dynamically bound in solid apps, such as data browsers at runtime. The idea is as follows. Imagine a user uses a solid app, such as Digita's Inox, to look at his or her payslips that are stored within his or her solid pod. However, the solid app, in this case Digita's Inox, has never heard about a payslip and thus does not know how to render this kind of data. This is where SemCom kicks in. The solid app can query a SemCom repository to see if it knows the payslip data type. And if the SemCom repository does not know the payslip data type, the repository can query additional repositories until the data type and its representation is found. This representation can then be used by the solid app to render the data at runtime and show it to the user. To achieve this, SemCom semantically standardizes web components and stores these components in a network of repositories. Components are accompanied by metadata so that embedding applications know how to use them, are able to read, write, append, and delete data from a resource by using HTML events, and are able to be discovered, downloaded, and loaded into the DOM at runtime. The network of repositories stores the metadata of these components and allows applications to query for relevant components. Once a component is uploaded to one repository, it is synchronized to other repositories in the network. This way, when you as a developer want to render some type of data, even if you do not yet know what kind, you can use SemCom to help you with this.